So last few slides, and then we just get to a drink. And I'm so happy that all of you here are still here. Thanks for sticking with us. I just wanted to end with a few of the key objectives, but of course, maybe the key point here is you've seen that over the last years we've been scaling the ecosystem. The ecosystem has been is becoming bigger, and that's the core objective. Bring more data to data rights holders. Bring that vision of your data, your choice into reality much more. And if you look at the 𝐸View example that we started with earlier today, there you see that scaling is not an effort by iSHARE Foundation, it's not an effort by the framework, but it's actually the effort by the ecosystems that roll it out and make your data, your choice available to every organization in Holland, in Belgium, in Spain, in France, wherever. And that's what we're after. We're aiming to scale to much more ecosystems as a driving force to make that driver's license for data and that car key that I started with available to every organization in Europe. And maybe even far beyond, because we already have the first steps outside. For that, we have launched our business model this year for ecosystems to have a very simple structure, very open and transparent how we work and how we aim to scale. iSHARE is, as a foundation, is clearly not a for-profit. We are just the utility to enable, I'm not allowed to say trust, according to someone in the back, to enable that your data, your choice is available for everyone. But with that, the framework is yours. It's not our framework, we're just governing the framework for the community and for all the ecosystems. And that's what we're going to do more in the coming years, of course. Together with our peers, Lars and the team of Gaia, really stay close together and work together to make this a reality. Working together with the peers and ideas in the Eclipse Data Space Working Group, bringing it to reality, make code more available. And with that, we're aiming to scale the amount of certified parties tremendously in the coming years. Heavy ambitions on that, because that is the key part. Having more issuers that issue iSHARE credentials and make it available to a lot more organizations. With that, enable much more data ecosystems and just scale to much more parties all over Europe. And then this is, to my mind, still limited, but maybe I'm a bit overly ambitious. But I think the whole point is we're bringing something that everybody wants. You want to stay in control of your data. With that, we're changing the way we message a little bit, purely focused on our purpose, how we started originally, and enable that reliable ecosystem to grow. Work together, rely on each other, rely on certified parties and implementation partners. And all those organizations that, you've seen today on stage and are sharing how it's not a discussion anymore. iSHARE just works, and there's always something that can be improved, but the baseline works. So that's what we're scaling, and that's what we're bringing to not only the Netherlands. We're in active discussions with a lot of the governments in Europe to bring the same programs to the local countries. So discussions with, so I'll be in Norway in a couple of weeks. We're discussing with Finland, with Belgium, with France, with Austria, of course, and those are just a few that are on the highlight. But there's a lot coming. With that, we stay focused on the areas that we are in already. So energy, of course, as a key scaling area. So starting with the Green Deal data space through Europe, as Mark mentioned, we got the grant program started, and that will be really accelerant for what we've been doing with 𝐸View, and then scale that into Europe. Logistics, of course, Jon and Sjoerd and Gerard have been showing what we're doing in BDI, but of course we're involved in everything in Europe to drive that even further. What was not shared today is the agriculture data space. We also have and are involved in the same program to build the production data space for Europe, for the agriculture data space. And with that, also the iSHARE framework is the baseline. Last that we're working on is the building data space, but of course in Holland we're fully involved in that. And then the most funny part is other sectors. That can be anything. No, we're not closing the doors completely, but we wanted to have a clear focus. And the idea and direction is take those European projects as a way to scale, but really from reality that we're building in Holland already. Holland is front running on almost anything. So we're bringing that to a much wider community. So with that, I just wanted to close the core point here. I've been mentioning it from the beginning. The ecosystem is key, and we really look forward to build this reality with all of you. And I want to, well, congratulate everyone that has been showing technology and is doing this in reality, because this is just a starting point. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to come. With that, I wanted to say thanks to the team, because well, you've been seeing a lot of people here, and the iSHARE team has been growing. So, well, first of all, thanks to the supervisory board, they've been governing the foundation for quite some time already. Of course, since the foundation, specifically Joris and Frits have been closely involved since the beginning, since the foundation of the foundation, funnily enough, pun intended. And Marco and Ute later on joined, but super happy with the support of the supervisory board. So if you want to have a chat, they're around. iSHARE team, congrats to all the work team. I think we put down something amazing. Great to have a first conference ever, and it doesn't feel like a first conference. It really feels like you guys have been doing this much more, so compliments. I would say round of applause for the team. And one more, so we have been having a lot of interns in the team, well, for many years, but from next month on, we actually have, well, 6 new colleagues. A few of them are here. Welcome, guys. Happy to have you on board and work with you guys on the next evolvements of, well, especially some of the policy and authorization bits that we're working on. So the team is expanding, and well, the amount of flex spots at the office that I offer to everybody, and it's gonna be a bit tighter than, but anyway, you're still welcome. So on that, one final word before we close for drinks. We've been sharing a lot about DVU and how that actually worked and how it is in reality. And well, I feel like a broken record sometimes because I've been explaining that story over and over and over and over again, to the extent that I thought, well, we should have something on paper that makes it readable so I don't have to do the same story again. No, I'm still happy to do that, but iSHARE team, and especially Coco, has been working a lot on that. And so we created sort of the tiny version, the recipe book of the cookbook, specifically explaining how DVU, thank you very much, Julia, is set up with all the details. So take that away, use it as a practical example, and use it also in the projects. And you guys are all involved in projects already, but it's the pragmatism that we're trying to get to is, I think, strong, and we can do this more often for other projects as well. Simple ways to communicate what we're doing with complicated topics. And of course, bringing that not only to the Netherlands or to the Dutch project, but I think, Lars, we can do the same thing also to many of the other projects in 𝐼DSA. So let's bring stuff like this together to Austria, to Germany. And so with that, so this is clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time staying here, your efforts, preparing slides, doing during speeches, sharing what you're building and what you're creating. And I hope that this helped to inspire. This is a sort of a restart to bring much more of this same thinking into all the real cases that you're working on. And if you're bumping into stuff, hey, how does it work? Just reach out. We have the team ready for you to support and come up with crazy ideas to solve it. And of course, the implementation partners and all the partners that we have around us. I look forward to 25. We started already, but thank you for now. Let's grab a drink. Cheers to everyone.